Oh shit! Harlem River Yacht Club. We don't really got one. Let's take that off. What's up?
What's up?
Yeah. What I heard you had a theme song for this week. What was your? I think what was the theme song? You singing it backstage.
It's based off of my favorite, Louisiana breading company, Smokes and Jokes.
Hold up.
Like
Louisiana breading company?
Yeah, it's like Zatarain's. You never saw the Zatarain's commercial? It was like Zatarain's. That's their theme song. It's like Zatarain's.
So they just bread fish and it's like breaded, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they make breading for fish or like for shrimp. They make shrimp fries, fish fry, crab boil.
Okay, who needs a commercial for that?
Nobody.
Did we really need a commercial for breading?
Zatarain's had the commercials because remember they were trying to make rice for a minute and that rice did not go well.
Yeah. Damn, Zatarain's with the commercials. Shout outs. As you know, every week we are the most popular podcast in the North Brooklyn area on this block during this time period. You know what I mean?
Right.
Make sure you give a shout out to anybody else who is talking about or having a podcast at this time. Make sure they tune in. We are sponsored by Weed. Having a headache? Smoke weed. Oh my God, your throat is hurting? Put weed in the tea bag. You can't remember? Smoke some weed. It'll help you remember what you forgot. Or maybe you forgot that you remembered. You know what I mean? Today, I'm smoking on that Black Mamba. I wanted to do an oldie but goodie. As I do, I wanted to bring back an oldie but goodie. I think Black Mamba is one of my favorite essences of tree. And then next week we have a dope addition to our show. So we're gonna have some. I got a surprise for you. All right, Hailey Cyrus.
What is happening?
I got a surprise. No, I got a surprise for you. You gotta wait till next week for my surprise. That's how I like to do.
Man,
you know what I mean? I just want to say sponsor. I just want to say sponsorship.
That's some Birdman hand action.
I don't know if that's more like Ashy Man hand. I heard those hands. That was like.
Nah, dog. Those are honest working hands.
Those are okay. I ain't mad at you. Those are.
That shows. Look, and if anything, that shows you that I washed my hands obsessively. If they were ashy, that would be okay because it means I washed my hands. Or use like crazy hand sanitizer.
I don't know if that's what it equates to, but we're gonna go with yes. But also, I feel like the market is missing a hand sanitizer that also moisturizes. Moisturizes.
Even when you make your own, like I make my own sometimes with aloe and rubbing alcohol.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, you can make your own. It's mad easy.
No, I was saying, okay, like that's like some powerful Black person shit to say and do. Like I'm like, you can make your own.
I mean, back in the early pandemic days, remember when niggas was going crazy? They bought all the hand sanitizer and toilet paper.
Oh yeah, PC, pre-corona.
So you had to learn how to make your own,
Yeah, we was out there washing our butts after doodling. It was terrible. It was like a third world war out here. You had to be on the corner looking for Lysol. You was just like, yo, anybody got some Lysol, baby?
Back. I was about to trade some dishwashing liquid for some toilet rolls.
Yo, you don't even know how many hand jobs I gave for some alcohol, rubbing alcohol, nonetheless.
Rubbing out alcohol.
Hey, I had to get the rubbing out alcohol. Make sure I'm antiseptic. I'm antiseptic.
You safe. That's what matters. You got to be safe out here and protect yourself and everybody else.
Of course, we got to be safe. It is the Corona times. Very thankful for the times. We're here on our 23rd episode.
Yes, 23.
23.
That's right. We can now get into the grown and sexy clubs.
Oh, okay. I don't know about not at 23. You can't. It's 25.
Nah, some are at 23. You can get into like socials.
Okay, you a woman. That's how it be. Like,
Yeah,
with the guys, they made us wait till exactly when we was 25. They checked
that's all right.
ID.
You almost there. We almost there.
We almost there, yo. We got a couple of more episodes. This week we got a special guest. I think the guests have been maturing, like very, like, they're starting to get the vibe of the show. They understand that we're gonna be here, getting high, digging into their lives, talking about the weekly events of the week. So we're gonna bring on our special guest. I met her through the person who was on our show last week.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm actually sad I don't have you on our March 20th show. So that was my fault. I made that mistake, Aviva. I want to bring, I done ruined the surprise. So anyway, coming to the stage, y'all give it up for Aviva J.
Hey, something goes. Hey, something goes. Hey, something goes. Hey, welcome.
Hey,
listen, I don't know. I'm not gonna blow your spot. I don't know what's happening on March 20th, but all I know is that that's the first day of spring, and it is kind of your fault that you're not bringing me on March 20th because my name means springtime.
Oh, get out of here! Okay, is that what Jay means?
Okay.
Wow.
Spring came early.
I couldn't do that like that.
Spring came early.
Yeah,
you gotta do better, bro.
Hey man, I'm gonna have to just slide you in there. Just show up anyway. We're just gonna make sure you perform. So yeah, everybody, y'all give it up for Aviva J. Brooklyn. Are we gonna say Brooklyn artist? So where you from?
I live in Brooklyn. I live in Bed-Stuy. I'm not a native New Yorker. I'm from the Midwest. I'm from Illinois.
Oh, really? Yeah. Illinois. I could tell you wasn't from New York front because your do-rag on the top of your head is like to the side slightly. It's like
jaunty.
Yeah, it's jaunty. You know, a Brooklyn shorty would have had it to
all the rules.
Yo, we're loud. In 2021, Black women can do whatever you want.
Yes,
that's the new unwritten rule. We can do whatever you want.
Do whatever you want, Aviva.
But I've been in Brooklyn for 12 years. Yeah.
Okay, I heard how you said. Okay, you said that very Brooklynese. She was like, "I've been in Brooklyn, though, P." You know what I mean? I have the right to root for the Nets.
I can in you. That's not. Have you always been in Bed-Stuy?
I haven't. I started. I was in Crown Heights for a while. I've moved too many times, but always Brooklyn though.
Nice.
Okay.
I love that. Always Brooklyn.
Yeah.
See, now I'm from Harlem, man. You got to spend some time.
I love Harlem. I'm there all the time. I tried to, I had this moment where I was, kind of nomadic, but still in New York City. And I remember I had an appointment to see a spot in Manhattan, and it was I was excited. It was a little out of my range, but I was going to see it anyway because I was like, if I'm going to live in Manhattan, it's only going to be Harlem and whatever anyway. And you know what happened? This is years ago.
What happened to COVID?
I canceled it. I was like, something happened. And I said, I can't leave Brooklyn.
Oh, okay.
And I wasn't in a position to be choosy.
That's because you know why? That's God. That was God telling you. That was God telling you found where you're supposed to be at, girl.
Yeah. I ain't gonna front. Harlem not for everybody, but when you do get to Harlem, like Harlem has a certain beat in the path. Like what I like about Brooklyn is like very accepting of a lot of different cultures and loves. And Harlem is so small, though. People don't realize Harlem sparks so much creativity worldwide, but really Harlem is like maybe at the most 30 blocks, 40 blocks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Brooklyn is like, oh my God, it's massive. I can still get lost in Brooklyn, and I'm pretty good with directions.
Right.
Okay, so Aviva, how long you tell them about yourself, tell them give them a vibe, give them, let's bust into your vibes.
I'm, primarily a musician. I started singing and playing piano when I was little, in kindergarten and stuff. And then, just kept I just loved it. I mean, I actually got into like music through, I grew up on like, you know, my mom and dad's like vinyl and like old movie musicals and stuff, like watching like Lena Horne films and like Gene Kelly and stuff. I was a little tap dancer before I was in school age. It's like,
I don't want to cut you off, but quietly, for some reason, my pops always tell me I'm related to Lena Horne. So anytime I hear Lena Horne, I like to say I'm related to Lena Horne. I don't know how, but
the lead, man.
But yeah, she was like, she was at one of my family reunions that I couldn't make it to. But hey, you know, I was very young. She was still alive. Shout out, Holla. Keep continuing your story. I apologize.
No, shout out to Miss Horne, Madam Horne. You know. Yeah. So I just like I just loved those old movie musicals and stuff, and then you know would just like sing and harmonize with little things. And then when I started right away, I took to just like making up little songs, and I enjoyed like learning how to read music because nerddom.
Yeah.
And just kept with that, and like,
oh, so you can read music, full on out.
I read music. That's not too. You don't read music?
Hell no, I don't read music.
What you mean you don't read music?
Not required. Honestly,
no, not at all. Not at all. I'm extra hard on it. You're supposed to be better. You know what I mean? You're supposed to be better.
No,
how do you have an album called Cycle of Fifths and you don't read music?
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? Like, that's all I mean.
I understand.
Respectfully.
I understand that there's concepts and theories of music that we can discuss and divulge, but it's all just a theory. You know what I mean? It's all just a theory. So in terms of reading the music, like it's like I can speak the language,
right?
But I can't necessarily read the language. Yes.
And
so, you know.
And the former is more important.
Fact.
I can get a date, but I won't be a
really
scholar.
What'd you say?
I said I can get a date in the language, but I won't be a scholar. You know what I mean? So, I might get married, but you know, you get it. But yeah, so
I played. I ended up like just kind of just being drawn to different instruments and stuff, and played in band and stuff like that. So now I've been in New York, I've been in Brooklyn. This is where I feel most in the US, at home, you know, as a creative, not just as a musician, just as a creative human so far. And
you do other things besides play guitar and sing?
Yeah. I mean, I you know, compose and write choral music, and I have a dance and a theater background as well. But when I came to New York, I didn't really know. I only knew like 3 people or whatever. So I was coming from Chicago, and eventually found out that so many people that I knew from Chicago had ended up here too, but I didn't know that.
Yes, you know, a lot of Chicagoans.
Yeah.
So you know, but like I still dabble in that kind of stuff, and I still write poetry, and primarily I work with youth. I work part-time with the Brooklyn Youth Chorus, and then
you do? Can I be smoking on this? Oh my God.
Stop. Yeah, so it's just nice to marry all those things and finally just embrace being an interdisciplinary creative. Like, you know, I think once upon a time I didn't feel like I could say that. I had some sort of idea about how you have to be following all these things in earnest with equal measure in order to use that. It's not really true. It's like, are you creative in multiple directions? Most people are, you know, and all the different forms, you know, influence.
Which one pays you the most?
Music.
And just strictly like singing, guitar singing, or like...
No. I mean, mostly I sing, and I'm in other bands too, and mostly for people I'm singing or playing keys. And singing is the thing that I'm most called upon to do. But I play folk harp and play ukulele, guitar, and piano as well. So yeah.
Nice. What's your favorite instrument to play?
Favorite?
Yeah, like what's like your go-to, you know what I'm saying? That
Yeah.
They ain't kids. They can't hear you. They won't know.
Right. I know. That's how I feel. You're right. It's like how I'm like, but my favorite child. No, really, like honestly, the one that still like melts my heart the most is just like piano. Not the way I play it does not melt my heart anymore because I'm rusty. But the one that's most magical to play is definitely the harp. And I don't have one of those big fancy, I have a small harp, but it's just such a magical and special instrument, even though I don't play it as often because I don't have to tune I can walk over to my piano and just start playing. Yeah. I got to go through a whole like tuning process with my harp. It is the most mesmerizing to play.
Mm-hmm. So we need that Black Harp album, yo. You know what
I mean? Coming soon.
Yeah, more Black Harps.
Yeah.
You got to make some stuff about love and everything like that. Are you related right now? Are you in a relationship?
I'm not in a relationship right now. I feel fine about that, and no, I do. I'm more than fine.
I hear y'all, ladies. I hear y'all. Yes, she's fine with it. I guess that's what we all have to say that. I'm a guy, but I'm a sensitive guy. I will say it. You know what I mean? Being in a relationship sometimes sucks, but sometimes not being in a relationship doesn't suck. But you have to be fine with either.
That's exactly right, and I really feel grateful that I feel like that. Like I'm good when I'm with me, and I'm good when I'm with somebody else. And I'm just like, as long as it's intentional, it feels right to me.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, there's somebody I want to be with. I don't know if they fully know the extent of that. But timing is everything, and I'm slow and steady wins the race.
Oh, word! You just
divine timing. It comes when it's supposed to come. You know what I mean?
That's beautiful. See, I just throw my balls on a lady, like I'm just like, you like, oh, you don't like these balls? I'm sorry, then those wasn't the balls for you. You know what I mean? But
that sounds like
they know the balls are coming. I'm not just throwing random balls.
Of course, we know they're coming. I mean, you could at least like
we've
first take
No. I mean,
we like don't just put the balls on the table. Like,
no. That's what. But I think that's the best. Like I think that's the best way to do it. Not literal, like, but I think it's best. Like, hey, I have this kind of attraction to you. I have this kind of attraction to you. Like, you know what I mean? Oh, this, you know what I mean? And get it out the way early.
I like when people aren't trying to be fake. And I think, I honestly think I'm with that because I think like, especially after this era of unprecedented pandemic times, I hope, I mean, some people are just going to be messy because they want but mess aside, I do hope that people feel emboldened to like just speak their truth like sooner, you know.
Of course, I don't want any Pepe Le Pews. Like, you know, I'm not trying to create any new Pepes, but I will say that Dion Cole brought up a good point that usually the person who Pepe was distracted, like he was chasing, they ran away from him because of his natural smell, you know. But they initially, when they first saw Pepe, they was like, yo, I likes Pepe, and that's why they got close to him. And then he's like, hold on, don't be afraid of who I naturally am. Let me show you that. So it's a confusing message, and I get it, but there's an oversimplification right now of cancel culture that I think that we do need to initiate being more awareness from both men and women on how we interrelate. You feel me?
Absolutely.
Yes.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Who else you trying to cancel? Who else do you feel needs to be canceled? Anybody else? Is there?
No. Who, me or her?
Yeah. Either one of y'all. Y'all know. Is there somebody that you're like, yo, man, I've been needing to cancel somebody?
So I'm, you know, and you're gonna be like, girl, please, but like I am there's like people who aren't quite for me. Like you're done, fully canceled. It's like you need to go in the ICU.
Yeah.
I put people in the ICU a lot. Like I hope you come out because I'm not trying to cancel you, but you need care. You need critical care.
Okay.
You know, so like I make that distinction, but some people do it to themselves, and there's like, we don't have a bed for you. Sorry, bye. You know.
Okay, yes. Who's in your ICU right now? Who's in like a? Is there like for me?
Yeah, tell me.
For me, Mr. Drummond.
Okay.
From you know what I mean? From Different Strokes, Mr. Drummond.
Yeah.
This weirdo dude, this weirdo white guy, just takes in two black kids, right? He takes in two black kids, and he starts to try to assimilate them and change everything about them, yo. And I feel like that is so problematic, yo. There's something that we don't talk about. How and he always would like, you know, he had little things when he tried to flapjack his way into their lives. And I just Mr. Drummond is on my cancel list. Mr. Drummond has been canceled by the podcast. That's my first cancel. I don't know.
I love that. That was bad specific. I haven't thought about him in a minute.
You know what I mean? Because I've been going through because they canceled Pepe, and yeah, we rightfully so. We canceled R. Kells. We don't listen to his music anymore.
Can we cancel like the all of these stories that are written around nosy ass white women?
Give me an example.
So like like I'm watching the new Superman show on the CW called Lois and Superman.
Okay.
Right? It's all about how after apparently, you know, Lois Lane and Clark Kent, they go back to Smallville after they've had like children. She's this famous person. And you know, everybody's telling her she's over here chasing a story and about this developer who is trying to obviously do something evil to the little small town, but everybody needs it. So it's like, yo, chill, Lois, you about to fuck up our bread. Just shut up. She's like, I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop. And then her fucking car gets blown up. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I just think it's like, and then in the very next scene, after her car gets blown up, she goes to check on this witness, and she gets like, attacked by some dude that has powers. Right?
Hold on. I gotta ask you: did Superman save her from the car being blown up? Oh, Super save a whole ass Superman!
Right?
Damn it! I hate
you. So here she is. Like it's just that whole. It's just that whole troop of like, I as white woman can go and meddle in anything I want to. And cause problems for anybody I want to because the truth matters most of all, above all.
So,
and if I get myself in some trouble, it's okay because somebody's gonna come and save me. Right?
For that, I will say,
things is what allows them to always think someone's gonna come and save them because someone always comes and saves them on TV or in a movie.
For that, I will say we must actually cancel Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Because Velma.
Also, what the fuck is up with the parents of Scooby-Doo? All of them niggas, where were their parents? Meddling ass kids, right? They were out meddling because their parents were probably out meddling too.
They probably
fucking meddling motherfuckers. Can we cancel them?
Yes, definitely Scooby-Doo's parents is like Scooby-Doo and them. Shaggy's parents is canceled. Yeah. They gave him a van and some weed, but nah, Shaggy's sort of cool. Shaggy was
I feel like Shaggy is a high school dropout.
Yeah, Shaggy was like, he's the older kid.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Shaggy
is that guy you smoke weed with after school because he ain't got shit to do, but he hangs out around basketball practice.
Shaggy was He's Matthew McConaughey's character. Shaggy is
a senior in high school. He just can't play in any sports because he's been a senior 3 times.
Aviva. So you said you're not in a relationship, right?
No, I'm not.
But did you hear about Jeff Bezos and his wife got a divorce, right?
No, I did not hear that.
So Jeff Bezos and his wife got a divorce. Apparently, Jeff Bezos is a dirtbag.
Yeah, I try really hard. Tell me, give me the update because I
don't know why he's a dirtbag.
Allergic to reading up on him.
Okay, I don't know anything about Jeff Bezos besides that he made Amazon, which is great, and he's trying to get it to the moon or to Mars. He's trying to make it to Mars. Yeah. But he divorced his wife. All right. And now his wife took half that money. I think it was like 43 billion or something like that. I'm not sure what the number.
Yeah, it was around 50.
It was absolutely
47 some. Yeah.
Feed Africa kind of numbers. Like it was ridiculous. And then now she's married a teacher.
What kind of teacher?
A regular old, I think like
public school,
like not a millionaire, billionaire,
not a 50-year-old
private school, yo.
Like
he didn't even teach at a private school, dog.
All right.
You know, it was like somewhere like in Washington, some random state too. He wasn't even like a cosmopolitan.
Might as well be a New York City teacher. Like he ain't making no bread.
Yeah, no, I wish he was a New York City teacher. He's like a random guy. And I want to like, did she step it up or step it down? How do you feel about that?
I'm gonna be put on blast. I mean,
I'm
like, oh no, I'm nervous to give an opinion about some shit that I haven't read about. I'm like, what is this dude's name? Is his name Harold? Is his name Richard? Is his name Craig? Is his name Benjamin? Like,
let's have Miley Cyrus do the research.
I can't because right now my research machine is
on your phone.
All right. No, it doesn't. Yeah, you can find out what his first name is.
I can take a short break
while I pontificate.
I will come back.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like honestly, I'm not. Kudos to creating an empire and all that stuff. I am not Team Bezos, so I'm not saying that whoever she ended up with is automatically a level up or an upgrade. I just think divesting from Jeff Bezos for me is kind of an upgrade, unless she was doing a lateral billionaire move, like a lateral 1% move. I feel like it's probably an upgrade. Now, I'm afraid to say that because, like, is this teacher a clan member? Like, is this teacher, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know this guy. Yeah. I don't know.
He's
No, they have. Go ahead.
Does he have children of his own?
I can't hear you. You slow down.
His name is Dan Jewett. And he's a teacher at the private school where her kids go to school.
Okay.
It doesn't say whether
or not
he has kids of his own. I don't know. But that's probably how they met on like some parent teacher night shit.
Nice.
And she was like, I'm about to get divorced, right? He was like, oh yeah. Give me that Amazon money. Amazon
now actually there she gave away last year. She gave away $6 billion, and they plan to give away another $6 billion this year of that money. Like together, they're supposed to be like the most philanthropic, people. You know what I mean? So I think, but that's on the back of my man Jeff B. Jeff B.
That nigga made that money on the back.
I'm like, he didn't make all that money on his own back.
Fuck that nigga.
Y'all mad at Amazon?
If he actually made any money on his back, then he would be like squirting lube out his ass all the time.
When y'all need something ordered and bring it to you in 2 days, who you call?
Listen, I'm not mad. I'm not mad that he invented Amazon or whatever. That he like founded Amazon. I honestly wish I had read less about him and that I like the amount of like deep, long articles, exposés that I've read about him in the last like however many years is too many. Mm-hmm. And I wish I knew less because maybe I could be like, maybe he's all right, I don't know. I'm hard pressed to think. I love somebody with ambition. I do. I like somebody with ambition, and I like a visionary.
Yeah.
And he has no shortage a vision. Like it's like on to the next vision once the first one is, once one is done, it's like, okay, what else? Moving on. It's like he sees like
he's trying to go to Mars, baby.
I mean, for starters.
To Mars.
He's not trying to just go there. That's the thing. He's not trying to just go there. He's not trying to just like keep it cute. He's not just trying to do that.
He's trying to build a whole. Apparently there's going to be a club. There's going to be a no. There's going to be a floating club.
Space station thing?
Yeah, a floating club. Yeah, y'all heard about this?
Yes. Fuck that space hotel. I'm good right here.
You ain't trying to go to the space hotel?
Nah.
I just want to know if I can light a blunt in space. That's all I'm trying to find out.
Probably not. There's no oxygen.
Right? You can't
create fire. You can't.
Smoke is gonna be
fire that.
I guess you're gonna have to like. It's gonna be like tubes and pods and shit. Like the future's gonna be like
probably.
You know what I mean? Just all fucking tubes and pods. Just no. You're not gonna try any tubes. No pods.
Going to your space hotel.
Aviva, you going to space?
No, I'm letting the white people have space.
I'm fine. I'm fine with going to space. As an Afrofuturist,
I want to go in.
I'm not in a hurry. All right,
exactly.
Like
that's
we came from there. We'll get back. Like we came from there. We'll get back.
Right.
We'll get back.
Like we just got here. So I'm gonna chill for a minute.
I got a sun down here. I'm trying to bust a nut on Mars too. Like I wanna, you know what I mean? I want to have me a little Martian baby.
Yo,
and shit.
You know what?
Like,
I feel like if you went to Mars and you did have a kid, that's the beginning of a horror movie. Like,
yo,
I don't know.
Yo, my little clip.
One of those days, one of those like, oh shit, yo, I came back. I'm gonna destroy this whole Earth now, looking for my father. You know what I'm saying? Because just the trip back to visit your Earth son is probably going to take like your whole Mars son's lifetime.
You better write that script.
Yo, word up. My little kid, Flip Florb is going to come for me. Flip
Florb Cornelius?
Yeah, I'm going to be telling the story about how I went in, they abducted me into space. They took my seed.
Oh, so you're going to be raped?
Well, no, not raped. They
you were abducted and they took your seed. That sounds like rape, bro.
No, well, it was a fun. It was like fun, like old school boy rape. It's not like
what the fuck is old school?
I'm like old school boy rape.
Like when
a little probing, it's no big deal.
No, like when a young boy has sex with an older teacher.
It's not Catholic school rape. It's
like when a young boy has sex with the 25-year-old woman, that's rape, but it's like, you know what I mean? Like it's rape technically.
I kind of feel like this is technically a really bad.
I'm like maybe we should take a slight right.
Okay. I'm just saying.
I do like that you already have your narrative. Like,
yeah,
I was abducted. They took something of mine. Like, what else?
Yeah.
What else?
Yeah, and now my son.
While you were there having a good time, this happened, or like
no. It didn't. It was a good time. Only because they intoxicated me with their alienness.
So they are now drugging you on top.
Yeah.
I want to getting darker. I love it.
Sounds like a black 16 candles.
I feel like you're taking all of their alien naturalness. It's like you're doing like you're taking the aliens' natural thing that they do, that they're just naturally being aliens. Like, they're Pepe Le Pew. They're like Pepe Le Pew. They're just naturally being aliens. They naturally have this intoxicating smack. They naturally just jerk people off when they get up into space. That's just what they do. Don't judge it. And they took my seed and they naturally give it to other aliens. That's just their
culture, huh?
That's the culture.
Okay.
And a thousand years.
What does Flip Flop Cornelius look like?
He looks like me, but just longer arms.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and like
not longer legs.
Not longer. He has.
There's something terribly wrong with that. I feel like like aliens that are so intelligent enough to like orchestrate this whole thing where you're okay being raped, right?
Yeah, no.
and having a child made out of your seed, they would just like not be balanced. I feel like
that's balance. In space, look, in space you would need more arms than legs.
What?
Cause you gotta brace yourself on stuff. Like, you wanna, I don't know.
Jetpacks, my guy.
For some reason it would make sense because your arms would go all the way down to the floor. Anyway,
right. That's what I'm picturing.
You feel me? Like your arms would go all the way down to the floor, and you'd be like a singular being, and maybe your head would maybe his head is like cone
head.
Yeah, like to pick up Wi-Fi easy. So he's like you know what I mean? So he's like 5G me. I don't know.
Oh man.
I think y'all worried about that too. The minimum wage.
Mm-hmm.
Minimum wage has been raised nationally to $15. But people are saying that they want it raised. What? Why are you slow capping? That's a big thing.
It is.
It is a big thing, but only for places that are small. Like $15 an hour is absolutely nothing in a major city in America.
All right, I'm gonna do the math for you. Okay.
You don't have to do the math for me. I live the math. Like I fucking live the math.
No, well, we're gonna do it for the audience then.
Okay.
$15 an hour. That's 10 hours a day to make $150. Because minus tax, that's gonna be about $100. $110, $111. So say $100. $100 a day. So 10 hours a day to make $100 a day. You work 6 days a week, because if you're working any job, either high impact job, like if you're a stockbroker, most likely you're gonna work 6 days a week, or if you're a teacher, you'll work 5 days, but you work a lot of grueling days. So we're gonna say 6 days a week at $100. That's $600 a week. We're already at unemployment right now is at about that. So we're starting.
After taxes, it isn't.
That's right.
Yeah.
I just say after taxes, it isn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like for example, I used to make as a sous chef, my salary would work out to be about $23 an hour.
Yeah.
Right. But unemployment, that's nowhere near what I was making.
Right. Exactly.
That doesn't really serve me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But $15 to work for $15 an hour. I mean, I'm not complaining about my unemployment. I'm very grateful for it.
Grateful.
I was at like $15 or $16 an hour working my way up the line. It was not a realistic thing to make to take home $450 a week. That's not a realistic thing when your rent is like, if you live by yourself, $1,500 to $2,000 for a one bedroom. It's ridiculous. I've been seeing lately like rooms for rent for $2,000.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I saw that. I was like, yo, I would rent that room for $2,000 and then murder the person who rented me that room, because that's absolutely highway robbery. It is absolute highway robbery. That's ridiculous.
A great movie plot line.
Yeah. Like, you know what I mean?
You would never murder somebody.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, that is crazy. But I think that was about. Did we? I don't know if we had one more topic I was supposed to talk about. I can't remember right now. But Aviva, do you want to give us a song while I look up that topic?
Yeah, I'd be happy to.
You've been laughing now. Give us some of that. Give us some of that good music. We appreciate you laughing at our silliness.
Oh, and it's purple. That's so
great. This was a pandemic
purchase.
Yes, a thrifted purchase. A friend of mine made the mistake of letting me know that shopgoodwill.com works kind of like eBay. You can like bid on things from different Goodwill stores across the country.
Yeah.
I was looking for like an old clarinet,
Yeah.
and I saw this. This is a power color for me, and I saw this guitar for $7.99, and after the shipping was only like $10.
Wow.
What?
So this was like a $25 guitar, and I truly was expecting it to come and sound like a 2-year-old's toy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just put some new string. I mean, like, I'm just like, it was an $8 guitar and it sounds okay.
Mm-hmm.
And it's purple. So, yeah.
Yes.
So shout out to your life for that.
Shout out to your life. Yeah. Put yourself on mute so we can listen to your young lady right here.
All right. I know your way. I know how people like you do. I know your way. I know how people like you do. I know what to say. I know how to get through to you. I know what to say. I know how to get through to you. It's when you're not looking, you wanna feel it most. You wanna feel my arms pull you close. When you're not expecting, you wanna feel my love and touch. Have I said too much? I know you're tired. You play those cards close to the chest. I know you're tired. You play those cards close to the chest. I know what you like. You'll settle for nothing but the best. I know what you like. You'll settle for nothing but the best. It's when you're not looking, you wanna feel it most. You wanna feel my arms pull you close. When you're not expecting, you wanna feel my love and touch. If it's not too much, it's when you're not looking, you wanna feel it most. You wanna feel my arms pull you close. When you're not expecting, that you feel my love and touch. If it's not too much for me. I know your love. I know how it lasts beyond the morning. I know your love. I know how it lasts beyond the morning. You know my heart. Once it starts, it keeps on going. You know my heart. Once it starts, it keeps going on. And when you're not looking, that's when you feel it most. That's when you feel my arms pull you close. When you're not expecting, that you feel my love and touch. If it's not too much, it's when you're not looking. That's when you feel it most. That's when you feel my arms pull you close. When you're not expecting, that you feel my love and touch. If it's not too much for you. Thanks.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Boy.
How,
thank you.
how has it been doing like Zoom shows? Because I know, like, you know, like that's been tough for me, like doing a show and then afterwards people like, you did great, and like, but nobody was clapping, like, you know what I mean?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I think for me it's been kind of this is doing stuff like virtually has been good for me because I think I have a range. There's a layer of freedom that I have being in my bedroom, that a part of that gets washed away when I'm out and about making art out and about in the city. It's like, okay, I went on 2 trains and then I got to the venue and then we sound checked and then I ran and got a, you know, slice of pizza and then I came back and then all these things. And I love that. I do. I love that. But having that stripped away puts me, it's like brought back this layer of vulnerability and authenticity that I absolutely plan to carry back out into like public life. But yeah, I think the technical things are like, I don't know, it's whatever. I'm kind of like comfortable with it, and I just like, I really do. I like people a lot and connecting with them in subtle ways, and so like I get to lean into that a little bit more during these virtual times, even though it's quite, you know, like you said, I can't hear people clapping and stuff like that. Like that feeding off, you know, that kind of like symbiotic energy. But I feel, you know, it in a different way. I feel it on a different wavelength. I do.
I get you, but there's that part when you want to like when you want to, well, like there's a video of they're like, you know, when black people think you can sing, and then people are like, you know, and that person is just, and you want that response, like you want that person to throw that shoe at you, or you know, you want that immediate gratitude of like I was cheering for you, but while cheering, I had to unmute the microphones. So I'm like, you know, it's such a technical way of even enjoying you. So like,
there we go. Yeah, it's like I was about to say on the other side of it, like as a performer, I don't feel like I'm like, God, I'm missing that energy. But as somebody who is like, I'm very responsive to people, like, yes, blah, 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 you know. And so I do miss being able to affirm people in the way that, you know, like, it's like, oh, well, I'm not going to unmute because I don't want to take up, you know, I'm mindful of how much space I take up virtually. Whereas like without that, 10 of us can be like, yeah, woo, at the same time. And it's not going to be like, you know what I mean? Like, as a listener, you know, or even as a supporting audience member of different people's stuff, it is frustrating because I'm such a cosmic cheerleader that I'm like, oh yeah, boom, bah, yes, amen, you know, and so like it loses a little bit of the like sparkle.
Yeah, I define the space you take up on the internet as digital carbon footprint.
There we go.
I miss being like having that little bit of spittle that flies out of an artist's mouth and hits you. Oh man, just that you know, when you see an actor on the stage and he's just Horatio, and he's just, oh, he's acting his ass off.
Like, boom. Yep.
Oh man, I miss that shit. Just I know now I'm gonna be at the theater. That's gonna happen. I'm just straight out. Like,
I watch stand up pretty often, and I was like, I can't remember what special I was watching, but like you can see, you know, it's like pre-pandemic times when, and I saw like, you know, this person spit in an audience member's face, and I was like, I don't know if we're ever going back to that. Like I was like, those were the, you know,
people wearing masks
in
now.
her face.
Yeah,
and it's funny.
It was hilarious. It was like, oh, that comedy just hit me. That was hard hitting comedy.
Yeah. Love and spit take. I was thinking about that watching Coming to America. They did some flashback scenes where I was like,
oh yeah,
that shit won't ever happen. Nobody's spitting anything else out. No juice, no champagne. It's not happening no more.
Did you see Coming to America?
I haven't yet. It's on my weekend list.
What you mean you haven't yet? It's on your weekend list. How the hell you gonna have that dashiki hat on and not see Coming to America?
She can do whatever she wants.
I got the schedule, okay? Okay. I have to schedule my entertainment in this like old-fashioned planner.
Oh my God. That's old.
It doesn't say Coming to America. It doesn't.
That's like 20. That's like 20.
This is like some old
2008.
I recommend watching
2008 technology.
Like 20th century, the previous millennium.
Were you a fan of the first one?
What'd you say?
Were you a fan of the first one?
Yes.
Okay, so I recommend watching it twice.
Watching Coming to America twice?
Yeah.
Or watch, okay.
Because, like, you don't realize it. We don't realize it. We bring a lot of expectation to the second film. But the second film is not for us. It's for our kids. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So, like, the shit is, and there are, like, lots of moments that are, like, super funny. Once you get past that disappointment and realize it's not for us, it's for our kids.
That's okay.
It was hilarious. There were some major parts for us.
Were there? Good. I look forward. I think it's going to exceed my expectations because I always bring them low for like sequels and especially like I was like, I'm sorry, is Coming to America PG-13? Like I saw that and I was like, how is the film?
But I also think it's perfect. I think it's perfect for right now. It is it's perfect.
It was hilarious. That's also why I named my last name Big Johnson today, because I watched the movie and I thought the movie was hilarious, and I was like, but the dude kept on pronouncing the name Johnson, and I was like, his name is Johnson, man. What's the problem? But apparently, the character's last name is actually Johnson. It's not Johnson. So I was like, that's a weird last name, Johnson. Like, you know, Craig Brewer, the director, tweeted it out. So speaking of relationships, family dynamics, Africanism, which a do-rag on, you saw what happened with the Meghan Markle situation? You watched the Oprah interview.
I haven't watched it in full.
Okay.
I had to. I started it really late at night. And I was like, you know what? I'm actually too invested in the subtleties of all the facial expressions that like I'm too tired to pay.
Oprah be like,
right. I was like, I need like I'm a social like I already told you I love humans. I'm not saying all humans are like doing amazing things. It's just they could and they don't. That's all I'm saying. But I do. I like people. I like people watching. I like sociology, all these things. So like I knew I wanted to like watch this interview and listen to it on so many layers. And I was like, I'm way too sleepy to pay the amount of attention that I want to. So let me pause it right here.
Yeah.
And then the next day I was like, I'm already bummed out. I'm bummed. And so I read a transcription of it. I'm weird, man. I'm weird. No,
you know what?
I don't want to see this.
Is a great.
I will finish it, and that's again on my weekend list planner. It's literally these things: Coming to America, watch the full interview, rewatch Judah and the Black Messiah because it's gonna go away after the 14th.
Yeah. Okay.
Like I have a little list, but I mean, the thing is, I think what bummed me out is how naive Meghan and Harry felt to me about like it's not right. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be no, I'm being mindful and respectful.
I know.
You know what I'm about to say.
I just find funny in everything.
Good, like, did you have hopes, like why did you have high hopes about the reasonability of this monarchy? Like, why did you have any kind of reasonable expectations?
I think it was built on William's naivety.
Okay, tell me about that.
I feel as if, this is what I took from it. I feel as if, because like once he came and joined the conversation, you could see that there was a lot of defaulting to his wife.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
not even like, even when he talked, like he talked with confidence, but there was moments like you could see on his face where like he feels stupid when he thinks about, when he looks back and he thinks about it for real. He's like, damn, I really got too.
Yes.
But that's also because he was a hurting child that grew up in this, and so they comforted him during a time when like you lost your mother. That's the most devastating thing on earth. You know what I mean? So there's that like tie for him. So I think that's why it had to go the way it went.
Yeah.
You know, with her putting her faith in her man, and her man having to be the one to cut shit off.
Yep.
And be like, nah. Because she was like, well, fuck it. I'm here for you. And I'm riding for you. I done proved I'm riding for you. I'm not going nowhere. This is your decision. Because you're the one that it really affects.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So you're the one that has to make the decision. Are you going to choose your
And the queen was in the background somewhere being like, monkey!
Yeah. And so, like, I love it. I love it. I'm like, God, I feel like William is descended from that other royal that was actually, there was another black monarch like a long time ago, and I think he's of that bloodline too. Or like, I feel like William is low-key black on the low, because like that type of love, man, when I be watching these things on the internet about how he just dotes on her, fix her ponytail, he always makes her hair straight, fix her jacket, like,
well, she giving him the loving of a black woman goddess,
he
of
gave
course.
up a fucking crown for her, dog.
Yeah, but black people
That's
have
love.
men have been giving up things to black women and their
No, not two.
gloriousness.
I didn't say two. I didn't say two. I said
Girl, you know how much I gave up.
Whoa, that is a very good distinguishing point. You said I didn't say two, I said four. That is so real. That's very real.
Yeah, man. No, I done gave up a Volvo. I done gave up two. Girl,
I am done with you. The
for
real
a black
star
queen, for a black queen
is Oprah with her fucking what?
Yeah, I gotta finish it just even for that. Just even for that.
You'll see what I'm saying.
I will.
Yeah, my man Tyler Perry came through apparently, yo. He was like, he went from homeless to providing homes. That's
for royals.
That's for the royals. We used to be royals. That's what hurts me. Like it hurts me, but motivates me to know like there's people racist enough to cast out their own kids or grandkids, but there's also people smart enough like Princess Diana to be like, yo, here's a couple of milli because your people crazy.
It's not right over here.
She's like, I can tell you gonna like black girls.
The most delightful part for me though has been this whole Piers Morgan self-destruction, like this whole self-destructive path of Piers Morgan where he like threw a tantrum and walked off.
I was thinking about that, not exactly that, but when you were talking about white women meddling, when you were talking about canceling white women who meddle, I was thinking about I cancel like white women who literally don't know how to make themselves the victim. And I was thinking about, which is like, who am I excluding then? But that's okay. So like, I was thinking about Sharon Osbourne and how she was like defending, trying whatever she was trying to do.
She was trying to defend his
freedom, quote, freedom, like, whatever. But in the process, absolutely made it about her.
Right.
Absolutely.
That part
centered her feelings, her agenda, just like you were talking about. It's like, even with a fictional character that you were talking about, Lois Lane, where it's like, but I need to get the story because, okay, but what you're saying is that your agenda matters more than everybody else.
Right. More than everyone else's safety, well-being, health.
And now Sharon, it's like, Sharon, okay, you're in a tizzy because you're trying to avoid being labeled. you're in a tizzy because you're trying to avoid being labeled a racist, but you're spending all your energy defending somebody who says some shit that upholds racism. So
right, that part.
Free or not, it's upholding racism.
I just think that yeah, they know, like, for here, we can say what we want because there is no person paying the bill. So on TV, you can say what you want, but there is someone paying the bill.
Right.
So you can say what you want, but you can also be fired. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. And when you're under the public eye like that, if you're not gonna, like, you got to play the part of the game that you're a part of. You can't. So, but for Piers Morgan, he's not broke. He will be all right. He has both the monarch on his side, so he has years of institutionalized racism on his side, and a check he was just recently receiving.
The news support it, right? Because now we're in a different era where, like, that monarchy actually doesn't mean shit. Like, they don't have to talk nicely about the queen. What can she really do to them?
True. I'm gonna call you right back.
They can't do it. They have freedom of press there as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nothing she can really do if they're reporting straight facts, like true shit. You know what I mean? There's no reason for them to uphold the facade that the monarchy has been forcing out onto the people, especially now when this is a monarchy that can take direct action to impact the places that it colonized. Like it can literally, the monarch that's sitting right there can take reparative action.
Say it.
Some of what her family, her actual blood living relatives, including her fucking self, did.
Ungawa white power. With that being said,
I'm just saying.
Yo, we're gonna wrap it up right now.
That's why I'm an American, and I can say that.
I mean? You can say what you want, man. It's like, when those sponsors come, though, they might fire us just because. You know what I mean? But we'll keep it on the edge. We'll keep it as edgy as possible to get
all that money. All I said was a statement of action
on the tightrope, you know.
These are facts. These are historical facts, which is why I find it really funny that all of these highly educated people are like, I can't believe that you think the Queen of England is racist. Like, what? You think a monarch is racist? How do you not make that connection from history?
Facts is facts. Aviva, give them. Where can they find you at?
They can find me at Aviva J on Instagram and Twitter, and you can just, YouTube is Aviva J too. All those things. If you put my name in, all the right things will probably pop up. Yeah, that's it.
That's it right there.
Yeah.
Aviva J.
Aviva J.
Yeah. I recently wrote something. I had Aviva J come to the studio and sing up on it. I really appreciate that. She's classy. You really did your thing out there today. I really appreciate your performance and as well your perspective. Thanks for listening to us do our crazy thing. Yeah.
Thank you so much for letting me hang with you all.
Word, thanks for coming to hang. That was a beautiful song, and I really wish you'd have gave you a little bit more time. If you'd have did another song, I wouldn't have been mad at it.
If you want to
best hang.
If you want to play us out on the suggestion of Hailey Cyrus, if you want to play us out, we can just end with you playing some music.
All right, cool. Yeah, just fade me on out.
Yeah, I got you. I'll fade you out. When the numbers start counting, then you know you're off.
All right, cool.
All right.
It's just the beginning for you, my friend. And already we're worried about the end. asking what's gonna happen. Will this all come crashing down? Be careful not to miss all the beauty around right now, 'cause it's just the beginning for you, my friend, and already we're worried about the end. Asking what's gonna happen, will this all come crashing down? Be careful not to miss all the beauty around